Adding decimals. You add decimals in just the same way as you add whole numbers. With whole numbers, you have to make sure that the place value columns line up under one another. With decimals, you do this by putting all the decimal points in a vertical line. Here's an example. 36.4 plus 42.5. You start to the right-hand side of the number as before. 4 plus 5 is 9. 6 plus 2 is 8. 3 plus 4 is 7. And you put the decimal point in under the others. So that's the answer, 78.9. If there's carrying to be done, this happens in the same way as for whole numbers too. For example, 28.3 plus 17.9. So you start here to add in the tenths column. 3 plus 9 is 12. So you put the 2 there and carry a little 1 into the units column. Now, in the units column, 8 plus 7, which is 15, plus 1, which is 16. You write the 6 there and carry a little 1 into the tens column. Now, in the tens column, you add 2 plus 1 plus the little 1, which makes 4. You put the decimal point under the others, and that's the answer, 46.2. You may have to add whole numbers, like 32 in this example, and decimals together. In this case, you have to be extra careful how you line up the numbers. For example, as you see, 4.1 plus 32 plus 0.6. Line them up like this. For whole numbers, like 32, put a decimal point after the whole number, and it helps not to get in a muddle if you add a 0 after the decimal point of that number here. Makes it easier to do. So then you can add it up, starting in this column, the tenths column. 1 plus 6 is 7. 4 plus 2 is 6. And just 3 in the tens column. Put the decimal point in under the others, and that's the answer, 36.7. Here's an example with money, so using 2 places after the decimal point. Add £3 and sixpence, £45 and £17.28p. Like the last example, put a decimal point after the whole number of pounds here, and fill in the spaces at the right hand of this number with zeros. So now you can add it up. 6 plus 8 is 14. So you write in the 4 and carry a little 1 into that column. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 5 is 8, plus 7 is 15. You write the 5 there and carry a little 1. 4 plus 1 plus this one is 6. And you put the decimal point in under all the others, like that. And that's the answer, £65.34p. So there are 2 things to do when you need to add numbers, which include whole numbers and decimals. Firstly, add a decimal point after each whole number, and secondly, add zeros after that decimal point at the end of those whole numbers, so that all the columns after the decimal point have something written in them and are easy to line up. Notice that if you have sums of money written partly as pounds and partly as pennies, you must put them all in the same units before you start. We will convert into pounds as this is a section on decimals, but you'd get the right answer too doing it in pennies. For example, if you had to add £4 and 5p, 37p and £21.40, change this to £4 and 5p as before, £0.37 and £21.40. So now it's straightforward. So here are the numbers all lined up under one another. £4 and 5p, 37p, and notice there's a 0 for pounds, 0.37, and £21.40. So you can add them up. 5 plus 7 is 12. Write down the 2 and carry a little 1. 3 plus 4 is 7 and 1 is 8. 4 plus 1 is 5. And there's a 2 in that column. Put the decimal point in under the others. And that's the answer, £25.82p.